I think my craziness is rubbing off on you guys. Hi everyone, I'm Robert Rivera, and this is On the Cheap Tips 100th tip. Can you believe it? We're here already, 100 tips later. And last week I asked you guys to think of the most crazy questions that you could come up with for the characters on my show. And you did. And I couldn't be any more proud of you guys. And they went something like this. Being on the show is a blast. I can hardly contain my excitement. I absolutely love being on the show. I feel like a local celebrity. I walk into the supermarket and everyone's like, hey, there's Nancy Nails. Where's your nails? And I'm like, they just broke. Okay, calm down. My experience will be a lot better if my check were clear. Like, you need to pay a bitch. My advice for Rob would be to stop filling his pie hole with food and do a sit-up for once in his life. It's getting a little chunky around the midsection. My tip would be to sell all your possessions and move to the forest and live amongst nature. My tip is if you feel disrespected, you better beat a bitch's ass. Mr. P could show Rob how to be a party animal. I can't be tamed. Let's get physical. Let me hear your body talk. Your body talk. Let me hear your body talk. I hear talking. And it's not saying good things. My song would best be explained through interpretive dance. The tree, the willow, the air. And I am telling you, I'm so pretty. With my pink hair and luscious lips, I can tell that you want these hips. No, no, no. Justin Bieber. Tall, dark, and handsome with like a little bit of swag. I love a man with a mullet. Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez. Ex-husbands. Boys that cheat on you with your best friends. And I do mean you, Jose. Let's show them how it's done, Justin. You know, I like the old-fashioned movie kiss where the guy leans the woman back and plants one on her. It gives me such a lady boner. Kissing is just like exercise. You need to practice at it. Yeah, Justin, kiss me out. Well, it's a funny story. I was practicing a routine for a fitness competition when I was doing a split over my boyfriend, and 9 months later a child popped out. Oh, honey, I lost my virginity so long ago I can't remember that anymore. I mean, we need a time machine to go back to that day. My true virginity was taken in my first life when I was a Native American princess in the 1400s, and Christopher Columbus deflowered me. A gentleman never tells. And Mr. P sure is a gentleman. Like, is this question for real? That's like disgusting. What are we, back in grade school? Come on now. When you fart at the dinner table, you could just blame it on the dog. Gross, but natural. This ain't no peep show. And if it was, you'd be paying a pretty penny for these $1 million babies. The booby fairy hasn't visited me yet. The body is free and beautiful, yeah. If I whip out my boobs, they're like tethered balls. They just fling out and hit someone in the eye. I just have little mosquito bites. Does this turn you on? And now on to our tip, which is how to make a foaming facial cleanser. So let's get started. The first ingredient that you need to get is distilled water. Now you might be asking, Mr. P, why can't we just use regular faucet water? Well, I'll tell you. Distilled water is purified of all bacteria to help your product preserve longer. And what you're going to do is take a half a cup of distilled water and put it into a blender. Wow. So hydrating. The next ingredient that you're going to get is almond oil, which is high in vitamin E, which is great for anti-aging, as well as moisturizing the skin. I remember using this to rub all over my body before fitness competitions. Those were the days you could look like a slut and get a trophy for it. What you're going to do is get 1 tablespoon of almond oil and put it into your mixture. The next ingredient that you can use is aloe. And this is optional, but I think it's very necessary because it moisturizes and soothes the skin. Now you can also use a bottle form, which is like 99% pure, but I just found out that this contains formaldehyde, and like, who wants toxins in their natural products? Not me. So we're just going to use our natural leaf, cut a piece, and squeeze out a tablespoon of the gel and put it into our mixture. The next ingredient that you're going to get is glycerin. And glycerin is naturally derived from plants, and it preserves your product naturally. And you're going to take 1 tablespoon of glycerin and put it into your blender. The next thing you want to do is make sure that you mix it up until it's nice and creamy. Wow, that's loud. Once you've blended your first ingredient, you're going to separate it into a bowl and notice that it's creamy and white. And your last ingredient is going to be pure castle soap. And I got Dr. Bronner's pure castle soap with tea tree oil, because tea tree oil is really good for controlling acne. Now, if you wanted to turn this whole thing into a baby wash, you could actually do it and make it into a baby shampoo. Just get the mild version of Dr. Bronner's castle soap and you can make a baby wash. It's like 2 in 1. It's amazing. And what you're going to do is you're going to get a half a cup of the castle soap and gently pour and gently stir it into your other ingredients. So once you have your solution all mixed it up, you're going to get a foaming soap pump. Now, like, you can recycle this from like an old one, or if you don't have one, you can use a regular pump. It's just not going to be as foamy in the beginning. And then you're going to wet your face and put it on. Now, I just did my makeup and I look my cute, so I'm not trying to mess it up. So we're just going to pretend like I wet my face. Oh my God, my face is wet, what? And then you're going to pump your soap in your hand. It's going to get all foamy, and you're going to rub in circular motions and then rinse it off with water, and you're going to notice your face is clean and moisturized. And that was my whole tip. I hope that you liked it. I wanted to say thank you guys so much for all the support that you've given me through all these 100 tips. I never thought we'd make it here. And even though we're still relatively a small channel, I still appreciate every single one of you guys for sharing my videos and commenting down below and liking my videos and subscribing to my channel. And I do have to say, whenever I have a bad week and I just don't think I could really even go on, I make a video for you guys and I feel the most alive. And it really touches me that you guys let me express myself, and you appreciate it. And I appreciate you guys for that. So thank you so much. And I'll see you guys next Monday for another great tip. I don't know why I'm crying. Bye.